What is that thing up in the sky that never changes its spot? What is that traveler and sailors look up in the sky to find direction if they are lost? Think about the answer as I tell you this next story. Thousands of years ago, a king named Uttanapada had two wives, Suniti and Suruchi. Suniti's son was called Dhruva and Suruchi's son was called Uttama. Suruchi was a very clever woman and she wanted her son to be the king. Also, she did not like that the king's attention was divided among the two children. She wanted that the king should only love Uttama, not Dhruva. Somehow, she managed to make the king banish the queen and Dhruva to the forest. Dhruva was a small child. He adjusted well in the forest with the animals around. One day, he missed his father and went to meet him in the palace. His father was so happy to see him that he lifted him up and made him sit on his lap. That's when Suruchi arrived. She was angry to see Dhruva on the king's lap. The king got scared and put Dhruva down. Seeing the king so scared, Dhruva went off crying that his father didn't love him at all. He went to his mother and asked, "Who is the mightiest of them all? Who is stronger than his father?" Suniti, his mother, wanted to know why. He told what had happened with him. Suniti told Dhruva, "Let it go, child, let it go. Do good, that's what matters." But Dhruva was adamant. "Lord Vishnu is the strongest of them all," came the reply. Dhruva was excited. Now he wanted to find Lord Vishnu. Quietly one night, he left his hut and went into the forest looking for Narayan, Lord Vishnu. He called out, "Narayan, Narayan, where are you?" He asked all the animals, but he couldn't find Lord Vishnu. Narad saw this little child looking for Lord Vishnu and went and asked. Dhruva told him the story. Narad tried to send the child back home, but Dhruva was determined. Narad then told him what is he supposed to do to meet Lord Vishnu. Dhruva then went to Madhuvan, and by the river of Yamuna, he started meditating and praying. A point came where he stopped eating and lived on air. And then came a point when he stopped breathing. That intense was his meditation. God's always scared. What is this child doing? Lord Vishnu then told, "Don't worry, this child is not going to harm anyone." Lord Vishnu then went to Dhruva and asked him what he wanted. Dhruva was so happy to see Lord Vishnu that a 5-year-old child asked just one and only thing he wanted. "I wish to sit on your lap." Lord Vishnu said, "I will fulfill that wish, but there is time. You have to do a lot of things on earth. One day, when you are done, you will come and sit on my lap forever." He then told Dhruva that he has touched his father's heart and now his father is regretting losing Dhruva. Dhruva should return back to his palace and rule after his father is gone. Do you know, Dhruva, when he became king, he ruled for 36,000 years. And after that, when he left and went to Lord Vishnu fulfilled his wish and turned him into a star, Dhruv Tara. And Dhruva, that's how stayed in the lap of Lord Vishnu. That was the whole universe. Dhruv Tara never changes its place because it's a determined star, just like the little boy Dhruv. Dhruv Tara in English is known as North Star or Pole Star. So that was the answer for the question I asked at the start of the story. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful story of a little boy who was extremely determined. With this, I end my story here. Thank you.